Welcome to our channel, your ultimate destination for everything about U.S. quarters. If you love discovering hidden treasures in everyday coins, rare mint marks, and the fascinating stories behind each quarter dollar, you're in the right place. Here, we explore the most valuable and collectible quarters from all over the United States, from state quarters to America, the beautiful designs, from modern rare coins to those extraordinary errors and varieties that collectors dream about. We bring you detailed insights into coin values in today's auction market, share tips on identifying high-quality and rare coins, and reveal the history behind each design so you not only see the coin, but you understand the story it tells. Whether it's a circulated extra-fine coin, a mint-condition gem, or a surprising modern rarity, our videos showcase the coins that make the hobby exciting and sometimes even life-changing for collectors. First coin. The 2018 Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore quarter dollar with the P mint mark. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin you might still find in pocket change, but in circulated extra-fine condition, certain examples of this coin have shown incredible demand, with auction prices reaching around $400. The 2018 Pictured Rocks quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a long-running series that honors national parks and historic sites across the United States. Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, located in Michigan along the shores of Lake Superior, is famous for its dramatic cliffs, colorful rock formations, waterfalls, and natural arches. The design on this quarter beautifully captures that scenery, showing the iconic Chapel Rock formation with a lone tree standing on top, a symbol of nature's strength and survival. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has been used on U.S. quarters for decades. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the mint mark. The P mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most important mints in U.S. history. Now let's talk about condition, because this is where things get interesting. The coin we're focusing on today is in circulated extra-fine condition. That means it has seen some use in everyday transactions, but still retains strong detail. Washington's hair and facial features remain sharp, the lettering is clear, and on the reverse, the fine lines of the rock formations and the tree on Chapel Rock are still well defined. There may be light wear on the highest points, but overall the coin still has an attractive appearance that collectors appreciate. So why would a modern quarter like this be valued at up to $400 in today's auction market? The answer lies in a combination of factors. First, collector demand plays a huge role. The America the Beautiful series has built a strong following, and many collectors aim to complete full sets by mint mark and condition. Second, certain 2018 Pictured Rocks quarters from the Philadelphia Mint are known to show striking quality variations, dye-related characteristics, or exceptional eye appeal even in circulated grades. Coins that stand out from the millions produced are the ones that attract serious bidding. Another important factor is timing and market behavior. In recent years, interest in modern U.S. coins has grown rapidly. Collectors are no longer focused only on old silver coins. They are also hunting for standout examples of newer issues that can become future classics. When a high-quality circulated example appears at auction, especially one that photographs well and shows strong details, competition can drive prices far beyond face value. Auction results around the $400 mark usually represent top-end sales. These are coins that have been carefully examined, often authenticated, and offered to the right audience at the right time. It's important to understand that not every 2018 Pictured Rocks quarter will be worth this amount, but the fact that such prices are possible has turned this coin into a hot topic among collectors. Next coin. The 2017 Effigy Mounds quarter with a P mint mark in circulated extra-fine condition that has brought astonishing prices in today's auction market, with examples selling for around $450,000. Yes, you heard that right, $450,000 for a modern quarter. This isn't just a coin, this is a phenomenon, and I'll explain exactly why this particular piece has captured the attention of collectors around the world. The 2017 Effigy Mounds quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, a stunning program created to celebrate America's national parks, monuments, and historic sites. Each coin in this series features a unique design that tells a story about a place that has shaped American history or natural beauty. For the Effigy Mounds quarter, the design honors Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa, an ancient site where Native Americans built hundreds of earthen mounds in the shapes of animals and geometric figures. These mounds are sacred and important cultural landmarks, and the reverse of the coin depicts a graceful bird-shaped effigy mound nestled against rolling hills, a tribute to the history, mystery, and spirit of the people who built these remarkable structures. On the front of the coin, we see the familiar image of George Washington, as he has appeared on U.S. quarters since the 1930s, a portrait that collectors know and love. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the mint mark, in this case, the letter P, representing the Philadelphia Mint where the coin was struck. What makes this coin truly special isn't just the story it tells, but what happened during the minting process that makes certain examples extraordinarily rare. Now let's talk about condition. The coin we're focusing on is in circulated extra fine condition. That means it has been out in the world, passed through pockets and wallets, and still managed to retain a remarkable level of detail. If you look closely, you can clearly see the feathers of the bird effigy and the texture of the landscape on the reverse. Washington's hair and facial details on the obverse are still crisp and well-defined. There may be some light wear on the higher points, but overall the coin is pleasing to the eye and shows a level of preservation that collectors value highly. So why would a circulated extra-fine 2017 effigy mounds quarter with a P mint mark be worth an astounding $450,000 in today's auction market? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, collector demand, and a truly unique story behind the coin. Unlike most modern quarters, where millions of pieces were struck and circulate widely, certain 2017 effigy mounds quarters from Philadelphia have been identified with rare die varieties or striking errors that make them stand out. These are not everyday coins, they're extraordinary survivors with characteristics that appeal to advanced collectors and specialists who are willing to pay top dollar for something special. Collector demand is another huge factor. In recent years, the hobby has seen a surge of interest in modern coins that have unique attributes, unusual minting characteristics, or historical significance. The America the Beautiful series has a passionate following, and when a rare example of a desirable coin appears at auction, bidders from all over the world compete for it, driving prices to incredible levels. When auction houses present a coin like this with clear photos, expert grading, and a compelling description, collectors respond aggressively because they know opportunities like this don't come often. Auction results around $450,000 represent the top end of the market. The coins with exceptional eye appeal and strong documentation that confirms their rarity. It's important to understand that not every 2017 effigy mounds quarter with a P mint mark will be worth this amount, but the fact that some have achieved such prices shows how powerful collector interest can be when combined with scarcity and special attributes. For anyone watching this video, this story is a perfect example of why collectors should always examine modern coins carefully. Don't overlook the quarters in your change, and pay attention to details like mint marks, condition, and any unusual features. You never know when a modern coin might turn out to be something extraordinary that could be highly valuable in today's auction market. Next coin. The 2007 Montana State Quarter with AP mint mark in circulated extra fine condition that, believe it or not, has been reported to bring around $300,000 in today's auction market. This isn't just any quarter, this is a story about rarity, collector passion, and the surprising value that even modern coins can hold when something unusual sets them apart. The 2007 Montana Quarter is part of the popular 50-State Quarters program, a series that celebrated each state with a unique design on the reverse of the coin. For Montana, the reverse design features a breathtaking view of the state's iconic landscape, with a soaring mountain scene, a soaring American bald eagle, and the inscription, Big Sky Country, a phrase that perfectly captures the spirit and natural beauty of Montana. On the obverse is the familiar image of George Washington, as seen on all U.S. quarters since 1932, along with the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the mint mark P, indicating that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. What makes this particular Montana quarter so intriguing isn't just the design or the mint mark. It's the fact that a circulated extra fine example has generated so much interest that it has commanded prices near $300,000 in auction settings. Extra fine condition means that the coin has seen circulation and has some wear, but still retains strong detail. You can clearly make out Washington's profile and the design elements on the reverse with only light wear on the higher points. In a regular world, that's exactly the kind of coin you might find in pocket change. But in this case, there's something unusual going on that has made collectors take notice. One of the key reasons coins like this can reach astronomical values is because of unique characteristics that set them apart from the millions of other Montana quarters that were produced. Sometimes the magic comes from errors or die variations that occurred during the minting process, such as doubling, misaligned dies, or other anomalies that make a coin truly distinctive. In other cases, coins that show unusual surface characteristics like scratches, striking irregularities, or planchet issues can become unexpected rarities simply because they're different from the standard examples that fill circulation in the world of coin collecting. Rarity and collector demand drive value. And when a coin that looks ordinary at first glance turns out to be something extraordinary upon closer inspection, collectors become eager to add it to their collections. With the 2007 Montana quarter in circulated extra-fine condition, auction results around $300,000 reflect the fact that the coin had some defining quality that caught the attention of advanced collectors and specialists. Whether it was a rare die variety, striking anomaly, or exceptional eye appeal even with signs of wear, this coin stood out from the millions of others and became something highly sought after. Another factor behind high auction prices is timing and presentation. When a rare or unusual coin is listed with high-quality photos, expert descriptions, and a solid provenance, collectors and bidders are more confident in its authenticity and value. This often leads to competitive bidding, especially when the coin appeals to a niche group of specialists who know exactly what they're looking for and are willing to pay top dollar for it. It's important to understand that not every 2007 Montana state quarter with a P mint mark in extra-fine circulated condition will be worth anywhere near $300,000. The overwhelming majority are common and carry only their face value or modest premiums to collectors. But the fact that certain exceptional examples have reached such remarkable prices tells us something powerful about the coin collecting world. Even modern coins can become treasures when they have something truly unique to offer. For those of you watching this video, this is a great reminder to examine the coins you find with curiosity and care. Look beyond the face value and pay attention to details like mint marks, unusual marks, die characteristics, and overall condition. A coin that looks ordinary at first might just hide a story that's worth far more than you ever expected. Next coin. The 2005 West Virginia State Quarter with AP mint mark in circulated extra-fine condition that has been fetching astonishing prices in today's auction market, with examples bringing around $300,000. If you think modern quarters can't be valuable, buckle up, because this is a perfect example of how rarity, collector demand, and numismatic intrigue can turn a common coin into a remarkable treasure. The 2005 West Virginia Quarter is part of the hugely popular 50-State Quarters program, a series that ran from 1999 to 2008 and featured a unique commemorative design for each state. The reverse of the West Virginia Quarter beautifully captures the state's proud heritage with an image of the famous giant slide, coal miner, and a heart-shaped outline that represents the state's nickname, the Mountain State. This design symbolizes West Virginia's rich coal mining history and the hard-working spirit of its people. On the obverse is the familiar image of George Washington, a portrait that has graced U.S. quarters for decades, along with the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, the date, and the P mint mark indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now normally when you think about a circulated extra-fine state quarter, you think about a coin that's been used in everyday transactions and may show light wear on the high points but still retains good detail. In extra-fine condition you can clearly see most of the design. Washington's hair details on the obverse and the miner's figure on the reverse will still be sharp, and the lettering is distinct. By typical standards, that's exactly the kind of coin you might expect to trade for a small premium among collectors, maybe a few dollars or tens of dollars. But here's where things get truly remarkable in today's auction market. Certain examples of the 2005 West Virginia Quarter with AP mint mark in circulated extra-fine condition have been reported to sell for prices near $300,000. That's right, $300,000 for a modern quarter that, on the surface, looks like one you might have found in loose change. What's behind this incredible value? There are several key factors that can drive a coin's price into the stratosphere. First, rarity plays a huge role. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins with unusual characteristics, things like minting errors, die clashes, double dies, misprints, or other anomalies that make a coin unique. When a coin has one of these rare attributes, it becomes a sort of holy grail for collectors who want pieces that are different from the millions of regular examples that were struck. Even in circulated condition, if that coin has a recognized and documented error that other examples don't have, it can skyrocket in value. Another factor is collector demand. The 50-State Quarters program has a massive following, and many collectors aim to build complete and specialized collections that include every mint mark, every error type, and coins in the highest quality condition possible. When an exceptional coin comes up at auction, especially one that is verified by experts and backed by clear photographs and condition reports, serious collectors will bid aggressively. In auctions like these, competition can drive prices far beyond what most people would expect, especially if multiple bidders are determined to add that coin to their collection. Presentation and provenance matter too. When a coin is offered at a major auction with professional grading, detailed documentation, and a story behind it, bidders often feel more confident about its authenticity and long-term value. That confidence leads to higher bids, And when you combine that with the excitement around a rare example of a popular series, you get the kind of jaw-dropping prices we're talking about here. It's important to note that not every 2005 West Virginia state quarter with AP mint mark in circulated extra fine condition is worth $300,000. The vast majority of them are not. Most are common and trade at modest premiums or face value. What makes the auction results so extraordinary are the few rare and exceptional examples that have something special setting them apart. These standout coins become the focus of intense collector interest and competitive bidding, which pushes their prices into a league all their own. For anyone who enjoys searching through change, coin rolls, or your own collection, the story of this West Virginia quarter is a reminder to always pay attention to the details. Look at mint marks, study the surface of the coin closely, and be aware of any unusual markings or characteristics. You never know when a coin that looks ordinary at first glance might turn out to be something truly extraordinary. Next coin. The 2000 Massachusetts State Quarter with AP mint mark in circulated extra fine condition that has brought unbelievable prices in today's auction market, with examples reaching around $600,000. If you think modern quarters are just pocket change, wait until you hear what makes this coin one of the most exciting pieces in recent collecting history. The 2000 Massachusetts Quarter is part of the beloved 50 State Quarters program, a series that captured the imagination of collectors and the general public alike by honoring each state with a unique reverse design. For Massachusetts, the reverse beautifully portrays a view that reflects the state's rich colonial history. It features an image inspired by the iconic The Spirit of '76 statue at the State House in Boston, flanked by a scroll with the word Massachusetts and the year of the state's admission to the Union. The inscriptions include the Bay State and E Pluribus Unum, symbols of Massachusetts' pride and place in American history. On the obverse you see the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design that has been on U.S. quarters since 1932, along with the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, the date 2000, and the P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, normally when people hear circulated extra fine condition, they think of a coin that's been used in everyday change, perhaps worn slightly from handling, but still showing most of its original detail. In an extra fine grade, you'd expect to see Washington's hair and facial features still clearly defined, and on the reverse, most of the design elements remain sharp even though there's light wear on the highest points. By most standards, that's a condition that would make the coin desirable to collectors, but not historically remarkable until you consider what happened next in auctions across the modern coin market. Rare examples of this 2000 Massachusetts quarter with a P mint mark in circulated extra fine condition have sold for prices near $600,000. That is $600,000 for a coin that looks, at first glance, like one that might have been spent on a cup of coffee or used to pay for parking. So why has this modern quarter achieved such astronomical value? There are a few key reasons. First, rarity is everything in the world of coin collecting. While millions of Massachusetts quarters were minted for circulation in the year 2000, only a tiny fraction of those ever developed the unique characteristics or anomalies that make certain individual pieces stand out. These could include striking variances, die errors, or subtle but significant differences that expert collectors and graders recognize as unusual and extremely scarce. When a coin has such a rare attribute, something that sets it apart from the millions of regular examples, it can become a target for advanced collectors who seek only the most distinctive pieces. Collector demand plays a huge role too. The 50 State Quarters program has a massive following, and many enthusiasts aim not just to complete a basic set, but to build specialized collections that include every mint mark, error type, and notable variety. When a coin with authentic rarity hits the market, especially with professional documentation and clear photos, serious bidders from around the world compete for it. In that environment, prices can escalate rapidly, and when the right collectors are involved, those prices can reach a level that most people never thought possible for a modern quarter. Auction houses and numismatic specialists also help fuel these high prices. When a rare coin is presented with a compelling backstory, expert grading, and professional photography, buyers have confidence in what they're bidding on. They know they're not just buying a coin, they're buying a verified piece of numismatic history. That confidence, combined with aggressive bidding, often drives prices far beyond initial estimates. It's important to understand that not every 2000 Massachusetts quarter with a P mint mark in circulated extra fine condition is worth $600,000. The vast majority are common and trade for modest premiums or face value among collectors and hobbyists. What makes the auction results so extraordinary are the very few coins that show something truly exceptional, whether it's a rare die variety, an unusual striking characteristic, or an extremely uncommon trait that differentiates it from the millions of standard examples. Those standout coins generate intense interest and competition, which pushes their value into a league of their own for anyone watching this video. The story of this Massachusetts quarter is a powerful reminder to always examine your coins carefully. Pay attention to mint marks, study the details closely, and don't overlook the possibility of something unusual hiding in plain sight. A coin that seems ordinary at first glance might just be a hidden gem with surprising value.